The city streets glimmered with neon lights, but to David, they felt cold and harsh. Once, people had celebrated his talent, his hard work, his dreams. Now, he was running, not from a rival, not from a war, but from life itself. From the pressures, the betrayals, the relentless stress that made him feel small and invisible. He wandered through rain-slicked alleys, his heart heavy, searching for a place to hide, a place to breathe. Eventually, he found it, an abandoned building at the edge of the city. The entrance was dark, shadowy, but it felt safe. A cave in the middle of chaos. Days passed in silence. Then a voice called out from the shadows. A man stepped forward, his clothes worn, his eyes weary. "Are you David?" he asked. David nodded. "I'm drowning," the man said. "Death has swallowed me. Rent, school fees, loans I can't pay. I don't know how to survive anymore." David listened, and then another appeared. A young woman, tired from juggling 3 jobs, still unable to provide for her children. Another, a recent graduate, trapped in a job that drained his soul, feeling invisible and unheard. Slowly, more people trickled in, the disheartened, the frustrated, the overlooked. By evening, the cave, this abandoned building, was filled with around 400 people, all carrying invisible burdens, all searching for hope. David looked at them carefully. These were not heroes or warriors. These were ordinary people, beaten down by life. Yet something stirred within him. He stood and spoke. "You may feel forgotten. You may feel invisible, but God has not forgotten you. Here, you are not alone. Together, we can rise above our struggles. Together, we can find purpose and strength." The people listened. Hope, long dormant, flickered in their eyes. They began to share their skills, support one another, and lift each other's spirits. The man drowning in debt learned budgeting from someone else. The young woman found ways to balance work and family. The graduate began to mentor others. The building that had once been a shelter for the broken slowly transformed into a hub of courage, creativity, and community. David realized something profound. Even in life's darkest corners, God gathers the broken, not to leave them shattered, but to transform them into people of strength and destiny. These ordinary people, facing ordinary struggles, were becoming extraordinary in spirit. And so, the city outside continued its chaos, but inside the cave, hearts were being healed. Dreams that had been buried were rising. Strength was being built from despair. And the forgotten were finally remembering that they were never truly alone. Even today, in our struggles, whether death, discontent, or distress, hope can be found where life seems hopeless. God is always at work, turning brokenness into strength, despair into purpose, and ordinary people into mighty forces for good.